informatie.
En daar zien we ze dan met z'n drieën, de Bee Gees, de heren die de laatste jaren sterk het popgezicht mee hebben bepaald. Maurice en Robin, of Maurice naar keuze, die waren onlangs in Londen en we hebben ze even opgezocht voor een exclusief interview. Is there someone missing?
Yes, Barry. Yes, Barry. He's 4,000 miles away. He won't be long.
Yeah, well, here in a minute. We are very happy to have you tonight in Top Up on Avro Television. On the first place, Music for UNICEF concert. Can you tell us anything about the financial results of that concert?
I don't know about the financial results. I only know that what our contributions have been, and just from one song alone that we contributed is over $1 million.
At this moment, various pop groups who've redone some old Bee Gees hit songs from the 60s in disco style. I'm talking about Moulin Rouge, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
And some other artists who just copy your singing style.
That's right.
You take Patrick Gervais from France.
Mm-hmm.
Does that in any way bother you?
No, flattering. It's very flattering. As they say,
imitation is the greatest form of being flattened.
Yeah, imitation is a great form of being flattened.
No, it's great.
It's a lovely. It's an honour. It's nice to have people there do that. You know, it's like. Well, I mean, how many people copied the Beatles?
I think there is still a growing trend in more disco-oriented music in the world. You, the Bee Gees, have been one of the first groups to start this off. Do you think disco music is still growing, or?
Disco music is still on the climb, especially in the States. But what I want to point out is that we write R&B contemporary music. We don't write disco music. People call it our music.
It turns out to be disco music.
That's
because
right.
It's a disco film.
But there's always been music you could dance to. It doesn't necessarily mean it's disco music. We wrote all the music to Saturday Night Fever long before we knew it was anything to do with disco. And when we wrote the music to Saturday Night Fever, let me point out that we weren't writing the music to a movie. We were right in the middle of our new album in France. And it just so happens that this music fitted the film.
Yep.
And if it hadn't gone with that film, it would have been our new album anyway. So what people called our music disco music, we didn't call it disco music. We had no idea we were writing disco music. We were writing what we call R&B contemporary music, as we still call it now.
Are there any plans for a tour through Europe, or more specific concerts in Holland?
They're still working that out at the moment. It's just unfortunate that we can't work England at the moment, but hopefully when the next government gets in, we probably will be able to. But there are plans.
That's a promise.
That's a promise because when we do a tour, we want to do not just England, but European dates as well.
Yes.
And we can't just do European dates without doing England. We don't want to do that. We want to be able to do England as well.
So we can do it all in one and just have one bulk tour, and we'll do Europe and England as well.
You have been busy in producing records for other artists. I think lately the new one by the Osmonds.
Yes.
Is it for you very interesting to be busy with the music of other artists?
We've always all been producers at heart, because we produce all our own records as well. You know, so if each one of us want to produce, like Barry produces Andy, Robin's getting into production now, and I just produced the Osmonds' new album. It's something that's always been with us anyway. We've always been doing it, and when we get free time, we do these things. So we're still, you know, having a lot more. Yes, apparently it's very good. Yes, selling quite well in the States. Thank God. But we all delve in different areas anyway, you know. So we're not all just sticking with one thing. But the first primary thing we think of is always Bee Gees.